Hey, what's up guys? It's Joe Man, and today we're gonna be ranking every single one of these abilities from all the way from S tier to F minus tier. Let's go. First ability that we're going to be talking about today is the King Staff ability. My opinion, I think the King, S. It's definitely an S. There is no thinking there. I did that because I'm just a nice person and I like to think about stuff. King Staff, you can literally combo with anything. You just hit him on the ground, boom, do a range attack. Hit him on the ground, boom, do the slam attack. Hit him on the ground, just kill them. Also, King Staff can combo with itself. If you hit them enough and they go on the ground on the final thing, you can walk up to them and start hitting them again before they even get up, which is stupid. King is definitely an S tier, no thought about that. Up next, on the total opposite of the spectrum, we have Couch. This is going into F minus tier. This is a horrible ability. With Couch, it is a super long melee attack windup that barely hits. You can't even hit someone if they're in the air. You know how stupid that sounds? Really stupid. You can't hit them in the air. It's dumb. And when you do hit them, it's a little tiny splash area, and it only does 80 damage. It doesn't even kill them. It should insta-kill them at least. Yeah, Couch is a horrible ability. It can be countered really easily. It's stupid. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Next up, we have Knuckle Busters. It's definitely called that. I'm gonna put Knuckle Busters in the A tier. So, about Knuckle Busters, it is a really good rush ability to either go away or get back. Not a great damage ability, but you hit someone, you can heal yourself as much as you want if you keep hitting them. It is a little bit strategic because you don't want to go in, do 15 damage and get 15 health back. Like, that's not going to do anything towards you. You're going to die. So you want to like knock them down on the floor. Then you can get real value out of this weapon. It is not an S tier because of that. You can't like solo with Knuckle Blasters. It is going to stay in the A tier. Next up, we have Switcher. I'm going to put Switcher in the B tier. Switcher is a really good weapon when you want to just like do some burst damage. You can hit, use the ability, then hit again, and then walk away. But it is not a great weapon otherwise. It's really hard to hit people with, really hard to combo with. You can't really like knock anyone away with it. It's not, you can't ragdoll, so you hit them, and then they can hit you right back after, so you can't really switch to another weapon. But either way, it does do a lot of burst damage, so it is really good for that. Next up, we have Shovel. This is going to be in the C tier. Shovel is a very basic melee weapon. It's not that much damage. It does have a wide swing attack, so you can hit from far away, but it is just like the basic melee weapon. It's not good or bad, so it's going to stay in the C tier. Right after Shovel, we have Clothes Hanger, and Clothes Hanger is going to be in front of Shovel in the C tier. It's in the C tier because it has a slightly faster unload speed. Like when you tap, it almost instantly hits it. Shovel takes a little bit. That's the only difference, really. The Clothes Hanger also does 40 damage, which could be better or worse, but it does do ragdoll, so it is good, but it is not a B tier good, so it is going to stay in the C tier. Right after that, we have the Colossal Sword. I'm going to put Colossal Sword in S tier. It is not in front of King because King is overpowered and unfair, but Colossal Sword is almost there. You can almost insta-kill someone. It brings them down all the way down to like 10 health or something like that. And it also has a ranged attack with the final combo. Hit the ground with your final combo. It sends out a fog of fire that'll engulf the enemies and slowly take their health away after time. This is a super OP sword, and it breaks everything. After that, we have Alpha, which is also going to be up there right behind Colossal Sword. It is a very good combo weapon, just like King, but you cannot combo forever, so it's not that great. Also, you are forced to go forward when you attack, which is kind of dumb. If you want to like move while you're attacking, you can't do that with this. You can do it with King, you can do it with Colossal Sword. Alpha, you're forced to dash every time you attack, but it does have some redeeming qualities like the parry, which is OP sometimes, and then the dash, which is super OP for getting in really close and getting those really good hits in. Right after Alpha, we have Watergallon, and Watergallon is going to be going in the B tier in front of Switcher. Watergallon is very good with everything, really. A really wide swing, a really powerful attack, and really good knockback. It is everything you want in a really heavy damage weapon. But the only downside, its own attack, E1, where you explode, It damages you and the opponent for the same amount of health. It is not a good ability. It's really bad. It doesn't even do that much damage. It does less than half of what the normal attack would do. It does 38 while the normal attack does 80, which is crazy. For that reason, it is staying in the B tier. After that, we have Pillow. Pillow is going to be going in the S tier in front of Alpha. Pillow's a super underrated weapon. It is literally almost impossible to counter if you were hit by the E attack. You can be hit by the Pillow's E attack and stay asleep for like, I don't even know, like 15 seconds. Like, you can't even move. You're stuck on the ground for 15 seconds. And with that amount of time, they reload another E attack where you can just get hit again and go back on the ground. It also is super good with combos. Like, if you have that move, or you have Judgment, you can literally just hit them with the pillow, walk backwards with Judgment, and then use the ability, they're dead. But you have to remember that if they get hit by the pillow ability and then hit right after, they will wake up. So you want to hit them with the hardest attack you can before hitting them, because one hit and they get back up and it's all over. Right after that, we have Linked Sword. That's going to be going in the A tier. Linked Sword is really good burst damage. Every hit is 10 and every E ability is 20, but it is still a really good weapon. You can get like at least like 50 damage in like 3 seconds, and you're also just like running around everywhere so they can't hit you. So it's a really good attack weapon. It's also a really good combo weapon if you want to, like, I don't know, like go and rush into them and then use a heavy attack. Is really good. That is basically everything Linked Sword should have for an A tier spot. Up next, we have the Metal Pipe. The Metal Pipe is going to be going in front of Watergallon in the B tier. It's a really good ability, but it's really hard to hit. It does like decent amount of damage. It can combo with itself to do a finishing combo. It'll do 100 damage with the full combo. It has one attack, which is just swinging the Metal Pipe, and then it has one where it concusses one, kind of like the pillow, but they get up afterwards, but they're slowed down for a little bit. It could be considered better than pillow, but it's really hard to hit with Metal Pipe. Up next, we have the Metal Guitar. Metal Guitar is going to be going in front of Knuckle Busters. Metal Guitar is a really good defense weapon. E ability, once pressed, will do a guitar like swing. You'll hear like a during that like cutscene. You are invincible to anything. Like, you cannot die during that cutscene. So if someone is doing like a judgment on you and you can't move, you can just use that attack and you won't take any damage from the judgment, and you get them in a really vulnerable position. It also gives you a defense boost where it won't let anything ragdoll you for a couple of seconds after you use the E ability. It also gives you a speed boost and a little bit of a damage boost. It's a really good ability, but I still don't think it should be an S tier, just because those S tiers are like really OP and can kill you instantly. This is a really top A tier though. Right up next, we have Black Knife, and we're gonna be putting Black Knife in front of Metal Guitar. It is a really good weapon. Like, it's a ridiculous weapon. You can combo somebody with its ability to get 70 damage off of a rushing ability, and you can do that again in a matter of 5 seconds. You know what, actually? I'm gonna put you bottom S tier. I don't like the weapon, mostly because it just seems a little unfair sometimes, because people can just like rush around the map without any consequence, but it is really good at doing its job. So I'm not gonna say that it's bad, but it is a very controversial weapon in my opinion. Right after that, we have the range weapons coming up. So the first range weapon is Spear, and I'm gonna put Spear in the B tier. Spear is a really good attack when you hit. 70 damage, 80 damage when you hit. Does an insta kill if you headshot. The thing is though, is that sweats love to use it, and they love to pretend that they're really good at hitting people. So they just hide behind stuff and wait for people to not expect, and they insta kill stuff, and it annoys the crap out of me. Just for that, you know what? Just for that, D tier. I hate this weapon because it is such a laughing stock. Like, people just love using it to make fun of people, and it's so annoying. That might just be a skill issue on my part, but that's what I get from that, you know? Right after that, we have Lobotomy, and Lobotomy is going in the S tier. I'm gonna make a separate category. All the ranged weapons are gonna go behind the melee weapons, but that doesn't mean they're behind the melee weapons. It just means that they're starting right there. So this is the top S tier for range units right here. Lobotomy is the total opposite of Spear. Spear, you can barely hit anything with. Lobotomy, it's a huge hitbox that you cannot miss with, and it just is constant. It's just boom, 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 boom. It's also really annoying. You can't see anything. It blinds you sometimes, but yeah, that's why it deserves a spot, you know? Also because it's Geometry Dash reference, and I love Geometry Dash. Up next we have PC. PC is going to be going into the F tier. This is a really bad ranged weapon. You don't want this. It's like bomb, but without any explosion and very, very little damage. You can barely hit anybody because the hitbox is trash, and when you do hit somebody, they get up right afterwards, so it's really stupid. I would use literally any other range attack, so I would reset my character if I got PC. Up next we have Baller, and we're going to be putting Baller in the B tier. Baller is a really good territory weapon. You can bounce it off walls to hit enemies. You can bounce it off the floor to hit enemies. You can bounce it off enemies to hit other enemies. It's a really versatile weapon. It does good damage, and it just is a good weapon overall. Up next, we're going to be doing Laser Gun, and Laser Gun is going to be going into the S tier behind Lobotomy. It has a harder time hitting something, but it does more damage. Laser Gun does 20 something damage when hit in the body, which is super OP, and then it does that like every half a second, so you can just keep shooting. If you get a headshot, it is like 40 damage. You only need 3 headshots to actually kill somebody with a laser gun. The only downside is that it is hard to hit sometimes. Like, it's not hard to hit most of the time because you can pretty much spam, but sometimes they can get the upper hand. That's why it's lower S tier. Up next, we have Bagel, and Bagel is going to be going right with Baller. Bagel is literally just a smaller Baller. That's all I have to say about that. Pump Shotgun is going to be going into the top S tier. This might be the best weapon in the game. You can insta-kill someone from 100 health to 0 health with 1 shot, and it doesn't even have to be that accurate. There's a thing with the shotgun where if you pump it, you will get a super powerful shot that will kill everything. But if you pump it above 2, you will explode yourself. But that also does 80 damage to anyone around. If you have contingency plan, like you're trying to shoot them from far away and they come close, you can just like do and then kill them. But it does do 50 damage to you, so you got to make sure you're above that before you use that ability. Up next, we got Plates, and we're gonna put Plates right in the B tier. Pretty good weapon. It does do 20 damage each plate, and you get 4 plates, so that's 80 damage. The only downside is that it takes a while to reload all your shots. Also, if you only throw 3 plates and you switch to a melee weapon, you will just have 1 plate that is not getting reloaded. At least use all your 4 plates before switching to another weapon. If that wasn't a deal, I would put it in A tier, but it should stay in B tier. All right, up next we have Water Balloons, and we're gonna put Water Balloons in A tier. This is our first A tier range weapon. Water Balloons is like a mini bomb. You can throw it on the floor and it does splash damage around enemies near it. At least 10 when you do it on the floor, and then 20 when you actually hit someone. It also does knockback when you hit someone. It's very versatile, very good, and that's why it is an A tier. And up next is the Bomb. We're gonna put Bomb in front of Water Balloons. Bomb is a really good ranged weapon. It doesn't matter where you throw Bomb. Anywhere on the ground, it'll do the same damage. If you hit it on the person, it'll do the same damage, but it is a really good ability. The only downside is that it takes a little while to actually charge up your bomb, so that's why it's an A tier. Otherwise, it would be an S tier. And then after that, we have Bazooka. Bazooka is going in high B tier. Bazooka is a really good version of Bomb where there is no gravity affected by the projectile, so you can just shoot it in a straight line. The only downside is that you can shoot yourself, and that can be fatal. Bomb, you can also hit yourself, but it's a lot less likely. Bazooka is just more deadly to you as much as it is to the players, so in my opinion, it's going to be going down to B. All right, and that'll be it with the ranged weapons. Now we're moving on to the special weapons. Starting with Burst, we're gonna be putting Burst A tier. Burst is a really good ability. It has a lot of versatility when it comes to combos. It is a combo adder, also a combo starter, not a combo finisher, not a great one, but it is a really good combo starter and adder. Up next, we have Cheese. Cheese is gonna be going in the B. Cheese is like a guessing game, almost, like you can say. Either you eat it and you get healed and get a speed boost attack, or you eat it and you get poisoned, and that's no good. You don't want that. So it is a 50-50 because it can get you out of dire situations and make your situation more dire. Right after that, we have the Tool Gun. Tool Gun is going to be going in with Spear. So the same type of people that use Spear also use Tool Gun, and they can barely hit you, but they always laugh when you die because of them. So yeah, that's going to be going in D tier because I hate those kinds of people. Up next, we have Judgment. Judgment is going to be going in the A tier, but below Burst. Judgment is a really good finisher move. It also is a really good just basic AoE attack if you don't want to start like a combo and just want to do just one attack. It's hard to miss because of that AoE, but if you're right next to somebody, you can miss, which is why it's not as high as Burst, but it is still a really good ability. After that, we have Clone. Clone is going to be going in the S tier. Clone is always going to be going in the S tier. It is a OP ability. You can make a copy of yourself that doesn't miss any shot if they're a ranged clone. You can make them a melee clone that is not ever gonna get hit, like an alpha or something. The only bad one is King, in my opinion, but that barely happens because there's so many other clone types. This is supposed to say lag. When I click on it, it says lag. It's supposed to. Oh, lagged. Hold on. Was. Okay, well, pretend this is lag because for some reason this isn't coming up as lag. We're gonna put lag in the S tier, I think. Yeah, it is a pretty good S tier weapon. I'm gonna put lags. There we go. Lag is a really good combo adder. It also is a really good combo finisher. You can also sneak around with it, which is really good. You're invincible basically because it leaves a copy of yourself somewhere else. And they'll think that that's you, but it's not, and then you can sneak up behind them and kill them pretty easily. It also sends them flying, so if you have like a combo where you send them up in the air and they land on top of you, you can do that, and once they land on top of you, they take damage coming down. You know, sprinkler, it sprinkles a little bit of combo everywhere. Slam as the second to last, it's gonna be going in the A tier. Slam is a really good rush ability. It could start an engagement. It's not a combo adder, starter, or ender. It is just a movement ability and also just like a quick snipe ability to get a little damage in. It can be really good paired up with pillow or anything that stuns them and makes them slow because it is hard to hit someone because there is a huge delay. But that's all I have to say about it. But last but not least, we got Frog Launcher. Frog Launcher is going all the way in the D tier. It is a really bad weapon. Actually, F tier. Frog Launcher used to be a really, really good ability. I'm not sure what happened to it because it was just like, it was really good, and they updated it so that there's a windup, and the windup makes it worse. They added a huge, huge gravity drop to it. So whenever you hit it, it doesn't go anywhere where you want it to. It can blast you off the map. It doesn't do enough damage for all the losses that it gives you. Only like 65 damage. That's like nothing. But yeah, this is my tier list right here. Be sure to take a picture because this is a really, really good tier list because, you know, it's made by me and I'm just like the best player ever, honestly. But yeah, anyways, dudes, that's gonna be it for this video. Oh wait, no, I forgot one more. What was it? Oh right, it was the